Hey, what's up? Another week has passed. May has ended. June has begun. This week I got three things to tell you. First of all, haircut. My hair was getting really shaggy, out of control. Um, it was super long. Like if it was straightened, it would have gone like literally to the tip of my nose. And so it just looked kind of gross, kind of unprofessional. And also, I have my buddies Matt and Kyle getting married this summer, and I have roles in both of those weddings, and so I figured it'd be better to look a little decent for that. Plus, I have really bad dandruff. Uh, Having shorter hair keeps that under control, and also my long hair just shed all the time. Like I just run my hand through it, look at it, and oh by golly, I've pulled out a handful of hair. So I cut it, but I didn't want to go to a buzz cut like I always do. I liked the curls, so I shaved it. It's still, an inch or so if it were straightened, but it's still got the curls to it. I also shaved, which I hadn't done in like a month or so. So I was just looking really gross and unkempt, and so I did that, took care of that. Second thing, I'm exhausted. Life has been crazy. Excuse me. Month of May was crazy. We were shorthanded at work for about a month, so I was working a bunch of extra hours, a bunch of extra days, and it was just exhausting. I had a bunch of other stuff to do, another bunch of other stuff that's been pushed to the back and is now looming over my head like, oh gosh, get me done or I will crush your soul. And it's not been fun. And so this week I worked yesterday, I worked today, it's Friday. I worked yesterday and today. I have to work the next 6 days up through next Thursday. And so it's 8 days in a row of work. I go in at 6 and usually leave at 2:30, but the last 2 days I've left closer to 4 because I've had to stay after and work. And then Friday I fly back to Indiana to be there for Matt's rehearsal for his wedding on Saturday. And then Sunday morning, bright and early, like 6 a.m., I fly back down here to Texas, and then I have to drive 6.5 hours to Houston to meet my youth group where they're doing their mission trip. Then I'm there through Saturday, then I have to drive back, and I have Sunday off, and then I can go back to work on that Monday. And then finally, life will get somewhat normal for me. But I still have to make it through these 2.5 weeks. The next week I have a bunch of mission trip preparations to do. I have things to buy and pack and get ready for the wedding and for the mission trip, so I can just fly back here, land, jump in the car, and go. So life's crazy, life's busy, I'm exhausted. In fact, I might finish this vlog and just go to bed, and it's only like 9 p.m. But life's crazy. But third thing, I have a funny story for you, very similar to the one I shared about the guy at Walmart who talked about Mickey Mouse in his clubhouse and was thrown off by me. So this was Tuesday. It was Taco Tuesday, and I don't think anything of it because why go buy tacos on Tuesday like everybody else when every place is going to be packed? But I saw a couple Snapchats with the Taco Tuesday filter, and I was like, I really want Taco Bell. It sounds good. It's got Mountain Dew Baja Blast. I could use a kick like that. And so I go, and I happen to be wearing this shirt right here. It's The Flash. I bought it last fall. I bought it through JCPenney because I got into The Flash and the rest of the Arrowverse on CW last spring. Started with The Flash, then it went to the Arrow, and then it went to Arrow and Supergirl, and then it went to, just recently went to DC Legends of Tomorrow. But anyway, I'm wearing that shirt because I love The Flash. He's a cool character, cool superhero. Oh, excuse me. That was mature. And so I'm wearing that shirt because it just happens to be the shirt I put on, and I go to Taco Bell. I go inside like I always do, order my food to go. Okay, what's your name? And then the guy, he's asking me what my name is, and then he sees my shirt, and he asks, "Is it Bazinga?" And I laugh and say, "No, it's Brandon." But I get where you're coming from. Like, this is the Flash shirt, the Flash logo is what, there it is. the Flash logo is something that Sheldon Cooper wears all the time on Big Bang Theory, which I watched moderately in high school, and I enjoyed it when I did. I just had some kind of sports practice on days that it aired, and I just never got in the habit of it. And so we start talking about that. We start to talk about how we used to watch it, how we liked it, how it's probably not changed much, new characters and obviously new developments and problems, but still the same general premise, a bunch of nerdy, geeky folks living together and doing life together. And so we talk about how Jim Parsons, the guy who plays Sheldon, is a much different person in real life than the character that he plays on Big Bang Theory. And so we're having this conversation, and I hint, he's like, "Oh, it's this much money." Hand him my debit card, swipes it, gives it back, gives me my cup. I get my drink, stand around waiting for my food, and then my food comes out. I grab it, and the guy says, he looks at me and he says, "Hey, I gave you a discount for that shirt, for wearing that shirt, for having that conversation with me." And I was like, "Oh, that's so cool. Thank you very much." And then as I'm walking out, he says, "Hey, when you get where you're going, tell everyone there I said hey." And so I had to go run another errand or two. But when I get back to the house, Mason was here. And so I said, "Hey, Mason, the guy from Taco Bell says hi." And he says, "Okay, who was that?" And then I told him this whole story that I just told you. And he says, "Oh, that's interesting." But the funniest part, the part that I found the funniest, aside from saving money by being a nerd, which was awesome, like the first time that's ever happened in my life. Hopefully not the last. Hopefully being a nerd continues to pay off. But I'm getting ready to pull out of the parking lot, and I think, you know what? I want to know how he rung up that discount on my bill. And so I grab the receipt and look at it, and it's like, "Here's your order, 70% off, senior discount." And I just laugh. I just bust out laughing because it's hilarious. 24 years old. He's giving me the senior discount because I wore The Flash into his store and talked about Big Bang Theory. I was like, that's great. That is the best trip to Taco Bell I've ever had. That's the best Taco Tuesday experience I've ever had. But that's my life. Haircut, work is insane, and as if this shelf behind me wasn't any indicator, I'm a nerd. Sometimes it pays off. Sometimes you have really fun interactions when you're a nerd. So I'm not sure if I'll vlog next week real quick. Like I said, I'll be working, then I'll be out of town, then I'll be out of town. So I might not vlog. I might vlog earlier in the week, but we'll see how I feel. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, I'll see you sometime soon. Same as always, comment, like, subscribe, whatever. Let me know what you want to hear from my life, what you want to see here in San Angelo. In the meantime,